afternoon or morning, everyone. I'm Gautham, smart contract developer at Melon Port. So today I'm going to be talking about how exchanges tie into the Melon ecosystem. So we would like to think exchanges, trading experience is one of the most unique and a unique selling point of Melon protocol. This is because of several reasons. As if you remember Mona's presentation, um, it's the fund management world is still relying on ancient technology and infrastructure, which I think trading is one of the most affected ones of it, because right now that how trading happens is with a lot of intermediaries, like 2 or 3 parties in between, like the custodian or like the intermediary bank that holds the assets, and there's also a T1, T2 settlement that uh, you cannot imagine like an instant settlement to happen on the real world as of now. So Melon protocol aims to disrupt or I don't like this word, but change this by allowing a seamless trading experience to the managers. This is made possible through our smart contract architecture that allows instant settlement and also in some cases and also instant accounting and wide range of features I'll go through in a bit. So when I talk about trading, I specifically take into context of only decentralized exchanges. This is because of several reasons. We don't support centralized exchanges for different reasons. One of it is custodianship risk, uh, and also it's not possible to get the info on-chain from the centralized exchanges with the technology as of now. And also Melon platform offers a set of fairness guarantees to both investor and the fund manager. So this, my friend John will talk about in detail in a few in some time. So for this to happen, we only decentralized exchanges that exist on chain. They provide this ensure these guarantees of no custodianship risk as well as these fairness guarantees. So Melon trading platform can be viewed as an on-chain aggregator of different DEXs because right now we support for decentralized exchanges, but in future it's theoretically possible to integrate any kind of on-chain exchange. Uh, since all exchanges are decentralized and uh, they don't have any custodianship issues. They may hold custody in smart contract, but it's not the same as having a custodianship risk. Okay. So coming to the architecture, uh, decentralized exchanges are bridged into Melon funds using a special class of smart contracts called an exchange adapter. This Travis talked about in brief before. So it's like an abstract class of smart contracts that is specific to an exchange, a decentralized exchange. This contains the translation or provides a unified interface for the manager to interact without knowing the specifics of the exchange they're interacting with. So for example, they can just say, I want to buy 1 Melon for 10 Ether. Yeah, we hope. So uh, it's possible uh, if there is no concept of an adapter, he has to know how the specifics of the underlying exchanges, and it's all a big cumbersome process. So exchange adapters abstract away all this complexity and just provide a unified interface with just buy or sell or whatever. So uh, we support a flexible architecture that allows anyone in future to integrate their own exchange or someone else's exchange using without having an upgrade to the underlying protocol. So, but this does require approval from our governance. So and which involves security audits and and ensuring that the fairness guarantees are still applied. But it's quite simple process. So right now, as I said before, we support 4 exchanges. So this is not just a number. Each exchange has its own unique capabilities, and we chose them for a good reason. I'm gonna talk about the first one we've integrated is Oasis Text. Oasis Text is from the Maker team. They so it's the first exchange we ever integrated, and it has the unique functionality of being everything on-chain. For example, the order book as well as settlement is all on-chain. So this allows a simple integration to be possible, and that allowed us to rapidly develop and test our trading platform in the first place. So so this is as I said before, everything is on-chain. So if you could query all the order book, all the current orders on-chain without having to have a relayer or a off-chain party that supplies you with this information. And the second one we've integrated is 0x. 0x is a bit special in the sense that the order book is off-chain, but the settlement is on-chain. So this is for this allows a faster order making and without having the latency issues of the blockchain to wait for the order to go through and to appear in the order book, but it's just off-chain, which is relayed through the relayers. And of course, the settlement is still on-chain, so there's still this latency of waiting for the order to settle, but that's another thing. It supports both limit and market orders, and it's powered by a number of relayers. I think there's around more than 10 relayers right now, all of which we theoretically support because they all use the same underlying smart contract. And the third one is Kyber Network. Kyber Network is special in the sense that it doesn't, at least the original version, doesn't have the concept of an order book. So it's an amalgamation of a number of reserves that provide liquidity for different pairs. So it could be, so the price you want to trade on would be the best price that is offered by any of the reserves, all of the reserves, and this is ensured by the smart contract. So it allows, it gives guaranteed liquidity pools that the fund manager can instantly tap into. So this instant settlement, there's also this guarantee that it's the best price from all the reserves, and the most important thing is the settlement is guaranteed even for illiquid pairs, which is quite a problem on decentralized exchanges. Granted that some reserve on the network offers it, this guaranteed to be a trade you can make. And the last one we've integrated is Ethfinex. So Ethfinex is also built on top of 0x exchange, but it has a special feature of being a bridge between its centralized order book, which is offered by their Bitfinex platform, as well as bringing this liquidity into their trustless or decentralized version of the exchange called Ethfinex Trustless. So due to the nature of this bridging of liquidity, it is expected to be one of the highest liquid decentralized exchanges. So coming to our experience integrating the exchanges, so every team, all of the 4 exchanges, teams of the exchanges have been incredibly helpful, like having a separate dedicated chat channel for us developers to interact with. For instance, Yaron from Kyber has always been answering our questions, even on Sunday night. So not judging, but yeah. And yeah, Will from Ethfinex set up with us with their product manager of Trustless, and he has been quite helpful in integrating the exchange. So But there's still a problem with the exchanges or the decentralized exchanges we support. So as you can see in the chart, this is the comparison between the top two centralized exchanges and the combined DEXs. So it says 0% because I think it's 0.2, which is truncated, but you can see it's a tiny percent of the whole volume traded. So this is not a minor problem. This is actually a huge problem because funds are expected to be, or some subset of funds are expected to be quite liquid or quite active with their trading activity. So they could be, they might want to have like a trading that is high frequency trading, which is certainly not possible with the current decentralized exchanges. So what we'd like to see in light of that is a couple of things in addition to liquidity. The first one is dark pools. So as you know, the big ticket trades don't happen on order books or having a publicly traded order. So it actually happens between two private parties completely without the knowledge of the public market. So we would like to see dark pools integrated to our protocol. So there's a few projects already working on it, like Republic Protocol, and we would love to integrate them in the future. And the second one is privacy-preserving exchanges. So not all or many fund managers don't want their positions to be open or their trades to be transparent, at least to non-investors. So, but with the current decentralized exchanges or the nature of these exchanges, the information of all the trades is on-chain. So we would like to see a change in that and have an option to have private trades happening. And the third one we would like to see, as I said before, is scalability. I think the problems of liquidity is due to scalability issues, both on layer 2 or the underlying Ethereum platform. So they're quite brilliant teams working on that, and we would like to give it time and see and integrate this scalable solutions to our protocol soon. And the last one is cross-chain exchanges. As you know, we only support tokens or assets that live on Ethereum chain, and we would love to support Bitcoin, which is, we already support Bitcoin thanks to Kyber with Wrap BTC, but we'd also like to have not but without any custodian third party between, just have a native cross-chain solutions, for example, which Polkadot or Cosmos is working on. And that's it. That's an overview of exchanges and trading capabilities of Melon platform. And thank you for being in the presentation.
Thank you, Gautham.